Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder. Today we're diving into a filing that might seem dry at first glance, but trust me, there's a plot twist involving some extended deadlines and a whole lot of shares changing hands. It's like a corporate soap opera, but with more numbers. Before we get started, if you enjoy getting clear explanations of corporate documents, hit that subscribe button. Also, come check out our Discord community. The link is in the description. So EQT Corporation, a big player in the natural gas world, made some tweaks to their revolving credit agreement. Basically, they got their lenders to agree to push back the date when they have to pay back their loans. This is always a good sign, since if they didn't extend the maturity date, it means that might have issue paying it all, so it buys them more time. The original date was July 23, 2029, but now it's July 23, 2030. It's a 1-year extension. These kinds of agreements usually let companies ask for these extensions, and this is the first time EQT is using one. Think of it like getting an extra year to finish paying off your student loans. Now, it mentions PNC Bank and other lenders. These aren't just random names. They're big financial institutions that work with EQT. They might trade stocks, give financial advice, and do all sorts of things for EQT, and they get paid for it. It's common for these lenders to invest in EQT or trade its stocks so they could have a vested interest in how well EQT is doing. Since the first item involves debt, this second item, which references the first, simply points out that the extension of the credit agreement creates a financial obligation for EQT. It's basically saying, yep, we owe this money, nothing too shocking here. Here's where things get interesting. EQT issued over 25 million shares of its common stock to some sellers. This wasn't a public offering, it was a private transaction. This means they didn't have to register it with the Securities and Exchange Commission, the SEC. This relates to the Olympus Energy acquisition. EQT bought some oil and gas properties and related assets from Olympus Energy and other companies. And instead of paying entirely with cash, they used a combination of cash, around $440 million, and those 25 million plus shares of EQT stock. So EQT bought a bunch of stuff from Olympus Energy, Hyperion Midstream, and Bowen Arrow Land Company. Together, these companies are called the sellers. In exchange, the sellers got cash and over 25 million shares of EQT. Now let's step back and look at this whole picture. By extending the credit agreement, EQT is buying itself more time to manage its debts. Smart move if they foresee any potential financial challenges ahead. Issuing 25 million plus shares of stock is a big deal. It dilutes the value of existing shares, meaning each share is now worth slightly less because there are more shares floating around. However, it also allowed EQT to conserve cash, which could be strategic if they plan to use that cash for other investments or operations. The Olympus Energy acquisition suggests EQT is expanding its assets in the oil and gas sector. This could be a good move if they believe in the long-term profitability of these assets. Overall, EQT seems to be making strategic moves to manage its finances and expand its business. They're playing the long game. It's worth mentioning here that natural gas companies are always facing both regulations and public sentiment in this day and age of global warming, so they need to always be on their toes and ready to move now. Let's think a bit more. Right now, EQT looks like it's taking steps to be a bigger player in its industry, while giving themselves more time to pay back their debts. The dilution of shares isn't great news for current investors, but it might be worth it if the Olympus Energy acquisition turns out to be a major win. In conclusion, EQT is strategically positioning itself for future growth, but there's always risk involved. Natural gas is a tricky business, and EQT is making some bold moves that might pay off big time, or they might face serious headwind. What do you think of EQT's moves here? Are they playing it smart, or are they taking on too much risk? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you found this breakdown helpful, smash that like button and subscribe to Corporate Decoder for more insights. Also, swing by our Discord server. The link is in the description. We would love to have you. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.